Welcome everybody to the Xbox Design Lab. Here 10 more of my very own custom ideas. First up, we got the Nerf controller. This is a common phrase used in the gaming world. Something's too OP, too overpowered, too tough. Sometimes you gotta nerf a weapon, you gotta make it a little bit less powerful. So let's take that term and really run with it. Let's design this controller after the Nerf guns in real life. Things that shoot out the little foam darts, if you don't already know. A lot of times they're orange and blue with a little bit of gray as well. We're going to go all the way with it there with the buttons as well. We're going to gray those out. That brings a little bit of the black, some of the darker gray, and that lighter gray. They work well together with the orange and the blue. You know you got to engrave it. Nerf, N-E-R-F there. Let's check her out front to back. She's looking good. She's got a little bit of the black on the back there with the grips, and this is only going to cost you $85.97. Oh my goodness, but it's well worth it. Look at what we have here. Now, if you could just throw the thing and it would bounce around like a one of them little foam darts, that'd be nice. But now we have a Killer Klowns from Outer Space controller. There's a game coming out based on the old 80s movie, the cult classic Killer Klowns from Outer Space, and the game is looking good. It's an asymmetrical PvP game. You gotta love that. I know I do. And so we're gonna make this one real colorful. We're going with that clown white with the red nose on the front and some of those 80s colors. We got the pink and the lime green, and now as almost the eyeballs, some crazy killer clown yellow eyeballs there on the analog joysticks. And we're going with the colorful buttons too, that blue, yellow, red, and green. And now we're gonna engrave that Killer Klowns. We can't add the whole thing, that's a long title, man. Killer Klowns from Outer Space, but we're gonna just engrave that Killer Klowns there. That works well. We got the metallic triggers. I love those metallic blue triggers, like the crazy hair of the Killer Klowns from Outer Space. It's looking good. Very unique design. And next up, we have a Cars themed controller from the Disney Pixar movie. We're going all red with that. This is the Lightning McQueen. We're going with the lightning yellow for Lightning McQueen with some grips on the back there to kind of resemble the tires, the rubber tires of the cars, with that yellow on the bumpers and some metallic orange too. This is a Rust-eze sponsored car in the movie, so we're doing that. And I like the little bit of yellow on the front there. It comes through from the back to the front where you plug in the headphones, the little car's cussy area, if you will. And I like how just that strip of yellow comes through on the front to match the analog sticks and the bumpers. We're gonna engrave it Rust-eze. Like I said before, that is the sponsor of the Cars car. And that's gonna cost you $93.95. We're doing some metallic. That bumps up the price a little bit. We're going metallic on the front and the back. And now we have Shrek. This dude, of course, you know we got to go with the green. This is another animated. This is a DreamWorks animated character this time. You got to go with that brown from his little vest that he wears and his trousers and what have you. And we're going to bring some more other shades of green too. That ogre green right there on the triggers with the lighter lime green. It comes together nicely. And we're also going to have to bring some of that brown there on the front. And those analog sticks are looking good. They're matching the triggers in the back, and we're going with the white with the black letters there on the front for the buttons. And looks like Shrek to me. I don't know. So we're going to engrave that Shrek, and there you have it. This is a great controller here. There's not too many great Shrek games out there, are there? There should be. Maybe we can get him into a fighting game. I don't think he can't be in multiverses. That's not Warner Brothers. We can't do that. Too bad. But you never know. Next up, we have Conker's Bad Fur Day. We're going with a Conker controller. He was in Diddy Kong Race, and he's had a couple games. He's had some games on the Xbox, the N64 as well, and he's got a little bit of a potty mouth. Those games definitely have a little bit of a potty mouth, and you gotta love that. So we're going with that red there from the lettering on the title with the orange as well. He's got that orange fur. We're gonna bring some of that together there with the lighter orange on the front with the D-pad, and he's got blue eyes with the cartoonish buttons there, the colorful cartoonish buttons with some of that white from his gloves on the select buttons and the share buttons. And this is Conker's controller. Got to engrave it Conker's there. He's got his name on it. It's official. It's his, and it can be yours too for only $85.97. A custom controller made by yours truly. It's well worth it. These controllers are priceless, really. One of a kind designs. Now we have a Stranger Things controller. This is going to be black and red mostly, but there's a little twist on it too. Stranger Stranger Things is a TV smash hit show, so we're going to add a little bit of silver to this design as well, or should I say dark gray. It's metallic dark gray, so calling that, what do they call that, storm gray metallic. I like to call it silver. And we're going to add some more of that red onto the front, and we got to get rid of these colorful buttons. We got to darken those up like the darkness in the show, and we're going with the gray on black there to do that with the engraving Stranger Things. Pull it up there on your Xbox system with this controller. Get it up there, get your app downloaded, your Netflix or whatever you watch it on, and you can do that there for $99.94. That metallic bumped it up a little bit, that's for sure, but it's looking great. Now we have a Godzilla controller. This is kind of inspired by the animated series. You got to go with that old dark green there with some of the lime green from the title, some of that black too, and some of that brown from like the under region of the Godzilla, with some white teeth on the triggers, the sharp white teeth of the sharp triggers. We're bringing some more of that brown to the front with that green, not the lime green, but the kind of the brighter, dark, a little bit darker green. It all blends nice. You got the dark green, the mid green, and the lime green, and it's looking kind of scaly with these dark buttons, these dark gray buttons, and this thing looks like it's about to shoot some fire. This thing is hotter than heck, if you ask me. It's looking good out here, and you got to pick this up here for $85.97. This is a great looking one, and you can own it if you want it. Now, I had a request for a Jacksonville Jaguars controller. The guy said he was having some trouble, and you know what, it is a tough one to pull off because there's only a limited amount of colors to display here. I'm gonna do the best I can and trying to get creative here to match the Jacksonville Jaguars. To do that, the closest I could do is this metallic orange. Actually looks a little bit more like that kind of that orangish brownish of the Jaguar, and they also have a lot of white in their design as well, so I'm going with the white buttons with that black lettering to match the black from their logo as well. We're gonna engrave that Jaguars. NFL season is kicking up. Get your fantasy picks together, make the trades, and have some fun playing Madden or what have you with this controller here. It's looking good. That's as close as I could do. I did my best, guys, so hopefully that helped my buddy out there. Now we have the Gravedigger. This is gonna be purple with a whole lot of green too, and it's gonna come together nicely here with the back of the controller. That green with a lot of black as well, black, green, and purple with a little bit of gray, as you can see. We're bringing that to the front in a minute here, but first we got to add that yellow as well. Doing that on the triggers and on the Gravedigger monster truck there. He has a big white circle with the grayish, purplish, ghoulish creature, whatever he is, skeleton looking dude on that white circle, but it really pops there with that white, and it's the iconic design that we have here, Gravedigger. It's looking pretty good out here. I think it comes together pretty good. If if you're a Gravedigger fan, you'll notice right away what I was going for with this one here. Almost looks a little Jokerish too, but I already made a couple Jokers. Check them out in previous videos. Now we have Sonic the Hedgehog. I did a metal Sonic in previous videos, but this is just a more straight up Sonic, and what we got to do here is add some of the red from his shoes with some rubberized back grips, and some yellow from the buckles on his shoes with some white as well. You'll see I add the white, but first we're adding that kind of the spikes from his hair there are represented in the triggers, the blue triggers, and then the gold rings that he likes to collect there are shown off with the D-pad there. That metallic yellow looks like a shiny gold ring, and we're bringing some more of that white there to the front buttons with the black lettering. We're going to engrave that Sonic the Hedgehog. No, we're not. We got to back that up there. Sonic is all that's going to fit. I ain't talking about the fast food place. I'm talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, and that's going to be $89.96. We didn't go too crazy with the metallics there because we had to show off his spiky hair with the blue. So those are the 10 designs this time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope I got your creative juices flowing. Let me know if you got any requests for designs for me to create. Let me know what themes you want to see, and until next time, this has been Rusty Pfluger. Rusty Pfluger, over and out.